good evening, and welcome back. So, are jokes okay or are jokes not okay? Should there be any line drawn in jokes if it's in the setting of a comedy environment, a late night show or a comedy program? Then does everything go? That's the main question. Before we get started, do subscribe if you want to help the channel grow. Like, show the YouTube algorithm is something worth watching. Comment with things you want to see in the future and any criticisms you have, and share this video around if you know anyone who would like to see it. So, from The Guardian, earlier yesterday, about 5 hours ago, Farage furious over Joe Brown's throw battery acid, not milkshake. Joke. Oh, good. So it's a joke, not a comment. It's not an acid comment. It's not a throwing acid comment, is it? It's a joke. Funny that. Funny how these double standards work. Far-right leader. Define far-right. He isn't. How? Well, you're going to say anarchist then, because far-left is communist, where the government controls everything. It's socialism. It could be just for one country. It could be national socialism. No, no, wait, that doesn't work anymore, does it? Because apparently national socialism is far right. Because socialism is, oh dear, and because racism is far right, which means Black Lives Matter is a far right. No, that doesn't work. Oh god. Anyway, far right leader, obviously not. Calls for police action over comedians' comments on BBC Radio 4. So anti-communist. Let's go with that. Yeah, I mean that's equally offensive to your to your readers, I'm sure. The BBC has defended the comedian Jo Brand against claims she incited violence in comments she made during a radio show. Brand, who joined the Heresy, clues in the name, talk show on Radio 4 as a guest on Tuesday, joked about throwing battery acid at unpleasant characters instead of milkshakes. I'll read the comment first and then how Farage reacted. On the show, Brand said, "Why bother with a milkshake when you could get some battery acid?" She said, "That's just me. I'm not going to do it. It's purely a fantasy. But I think milkshakes are pathetic. I honestly do. Sorry." Well, yes, when you have a liquid thrown on you, you don't know what it is, and considering how likely it is to be acid, especially in London, that it seems to be the acid attack capital of the world, or at least the West, then yes, if you get something thrown on you, as I've recommended when Tommy Robinson was campaigning, have one of your guards have water on you at all times to throw it over you, and as I think it was Sam Harris pointed out, that being able to throw something on you even as innocuous as a milkshake shows that there are gaps in your security, and therefore it is an act of terror to say that, hey, if I could throw this innocuous liquid on you, then somebody else could easily attack you with something more deadly. So, yes, have some water on you at all hands to be able to douse the main person who's going to be attacked with the liquid in case it's anything serious, but also don't let that bastard get away, because it could be something more serious, like battery acid. And we know that happens. And milkshakes do happen, and that's the issue. But Farage responded saying this is incitement to violence and the police need to act. BBC said jokes made on heresy were deliberately provocative, as the title implies, and they were not intended to be taken seriously. Well, that's one rule for thee and another for me. What about Count Dankula? What about Sergeant of a Card? Which is why I made a big point of saying that they mention joke instead of comments. And then also Gavin McInnes, of course, founder of Vice. Yeah, as much as it's changed since then. But if you don't know of Gavin McInnes, then check him out. He's hilarious. Similar to Marley Yiannopoulos in terms of their comedy. It's highly recommended. You'll much prefer that to this. Colin Mitchell said the same show, the first of a series after 3 hiatus, contained a joke about the Holocaust and her relatives, and then nobody complained about that. So, as in, something that nobody is doing at the moment, something that is 70 years old, instead of something that people are doing on almost a daily basis, especially during the MEP campaigns. And it's even traversed upon to America. So she said, "To be honest, I'm relieved at least a couple of people are angry, even if it's only a couple. It's supposed to be a heretical program. I was worried it would go on a bit timid and benign." Fair enough, I like that as well. Same as me getting disliked. Good on you. In fact, I lost a subscriber and I gained 3, so hey, I like it. In response to Farage's criticisms, Colin Mitchell said, "Nigel, I'm genuinely disappointed. We don't agree on everything, but I would totally have had you down as a free speech man, especially when it comes to jokes." Well, it's difficult to tell the line between jokes and reality. It's like the story of the king and the priest saying, the king saying, "I wish someone would rid me of this priest," and then one of his soldiers goes and kills him and goes, "What the hell have you done? Why did you kill him?" He's like, "Well, you wanted someone to rid you?" He's like, "Yes, I was just exasperated. I didn't mean for someone to kill them." But nonetheless, it can happen. I'm all for individual agencies, that's fine, but I'm not fine for the hypocrisy to say, well, one rule for thee and another for me. The Remain campaigner said it's hypocritical of Farage, saying he would be forced to pick up a rifle if Brexit wasn't delivered. Yeah, I mean, I would say that's different in terms of saying that we voted for something and it's been agreed upon that it has to happen. If you then go against democracy, you're saying that, hey, the democratic process won't work even if you vote again, in which case, well, if my vote doesn't matter, then how can I be heard? How can I know you're not going to take advantage of me, as you already are doing, and you're not acting in my best interests? What else do I have to lose? Which is different from somebody campaigning on a different platform. But I would say it is a stark contrast in difference, personally. But let me know down below. We're just wrapping up anyway. Others sided with Farage, among them Kevin Maguire, the associate editor of the Daily Mirror, who called Brown Square dangerous and unfunny, and a mistake in the current climate. But the BBC's keeping her on dead. But don't tweet a photo of posh people with a baby chimp, or you'll be fired. Sorry, Danny. How does that work? What? Because the BBC is impartial, isn't it? Definitely. That's why the licence fee exists, because the BBC doesn't have political leanings at all. Oh, wait. But anyway, as always, what do you guys think? Am I wrong? Do put it down below. Is this acceptable? Because, hey, it's a joke and it's in a joke context, in which case that's fine. And the BBC is hypocritical to say, well, this one's okay, but the other ones aren't. And of course, The Guardian, same thing, to say, this one's okay, but the other ones aren't. We're going to call this one a joke, and we're going to call the other ones comments. And, or maybe none of it's okay, and they're wrong for calling this out and not the other ones. Or maybe there's a distinction I'm not picking up on, and the same goes for Farage. Do you think it is a double standard and hypocritical of him to say he would be forced to pick up a rifle if Brexit wasn't delivered? Or is that very different because that's disregarding democracy and not just somebody of a alternative platform? Do let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.